Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me. All right, guys, I've got my hot tea. We're in a new location in the living room. So I'm in the chair, this swivel chair by the door. Look, I've got my TV. I have to put the TV up above the fireplace. I was on the sofa the past couple of times, but by the stairs. But my kids are coming down, my college age kids, and they do not want to be on camera. I am drinking my ginger tea. It's so good, so good. So, what's on topic today? What are you guys drinking? Leave that in the chat. What are you drinking tonight? I am drinking ginger tea, and you know I love my tea at night in the evening. So, how is your day today? What's going on in your world? Hopefully, a lot of interesting things. I work a lot. And I love when I get to relax, I like to record videos. And that's what I'm doing now on my channel, Rhonda Loves Life. So we got some hot topics today. We're going to discuss Teresa Giudice. I don't never know how to pronounce her name. She's from Real Housewives in New Jersey. I hear that her husband, Louis, he is telling his stepdaughters, Teresa's 4 daughters, that they should wear thongs and miniskirts. So is he eyeballing his own stepdaughters? We're going to get into that. Oh, this is hot. Also, I'd like to talk to you guys about Scott Peterson. As you know, let me get comfortable in this chair, Lord. Okay, as you guys know, Scott Peterson, if you followed the case, a good 22 years ago, he's serving life. He was on death row until his conviction was overturned. But I still think he's guilty. But obviously the LA Innocent Project, they think there's something to his case. Because remember his beautiful wife, Lacey Peterson, came up dead. She was pregnant. Well, now he's got a big interview that's going to be on, I think, Prime on August 20. Or is it Netflix? I don't know, but we're going to discuss that. Also, I'd like to kind of touch on Rihanna and Asap Rocky. I saw pictures of them vacationing in Barbados, which is her home country. And these two, I think baby number 3 is on the way. I like these two. I love their love, and they're having a lot of fun. Will he marry her? I don't know, but Rihanna is worth almost $1 billion. So maybe just keep him as your baby daddy, Rihanna, okay? Keep it as that. So also, before we get into that, I saw today that Prince Harry has just gotten a $7 million windfall. His grandma, when he turned 40, his grandma, Queen Elizabeth, rather, she left him $7 million when he turned 40. So how fast can Meghan spend that money? Well, we know security. How much is security for Harry and Meghan annually? Let's look that up. I'm curious. How much is security? Because I think it's got to be upwards of $6 million a year or something. So let's just check it out. How much is security for Harry and Meghan? For Harry and Meghan. Because they're going to go through that money really quick. I know Meghan, if she's smart, she run them numbers, but I don't think she thinks that deep. So, okay. Wow. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh, God. They said in May 17, 2023, according to page 6, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle spends $2 million a year on security alone. So if he's got $7 million from his grandmother, that leaves him what? Just a little more than 3 years, 3.5 years or so. So I think they got to keep dancing for their money, as I say. They got to keep dancing. So they got to come up with more schemes. Let's talk about, this has freaked me out because I love traveling, but I'm not going to Mexico, sorry. But apparently 2 Oklahoma students They were vacationing in Cancun. Do you know that their water was drugged? If you check on TMZ, because was this TMZ or page 6? No, I think this was TMZ. Let me scroll down here. They had the young ladies posted pictures of their experience in Cancun. It was terrible. They had it was water. Now bottled water. Oh, let me see. Was it page 6? No, I thought it was TMZ. Well, check it out. Basically, what happened was these two are vacationing in the pool at Cancun, in Cancun, Mexico, and they ordered water, and they ended up getting sick as a dog. This was in Cancun, water. So you can't go, you got to really be careful where you vacation now because you don't know if it's not bottled water, I'm not drinking it. First of all, if I'm in if I go to Rio, now I was mugged in Rio, but I'm going to go back with my sister, my brother and my cousin in September. But still, I will not drink any water unless it's bottled water. And now I'm just freaking out. So what do? You got to really be careful where you vacation these days. You really do. I mean, this is crazy. Crazy. So there were two Oklahoma students and they were swimming, and the pictures, you got to check out the images, and they're like sick from being drugged. That is really scary. So let's move on to Teresa Giudice from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Her new husband, Louis Ruella. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He commented on Teresa's daughters, encouraging them to wear thongs and short skirts. Now, I think this is disgusting, okay? I'm not sure if his motivation was that he was eyeballing his own stepdaughters, but I got to tell you, this is kind of sick to me. And page 6 just posted, fans blast sick Louis Ruella for encouraging wife Teresa Giudice's daughters to wear thongs and short skirts. He made the questionable comments on the latest episode of Teresa's podcast. He and Teresa's podcast. So Teresa's 52, and now her daughters, she got beautiful daughters. Gia is 23, Gabriella's 19, Melania is 18, and Adriana is 14. She's got 4 girls. And this guy, he encourages her daughters to wear thongs and short skirts. Really? Oh my God. He says, try it all. Nothing bad or anything like that. But I'm saying, go to the club and dance. Wear thong, wear a short skirt. Show your legs off a little bit. Oh, really? That's what you want your stepdaughters to be doing, hanging out in them clubs. Ain't nothing in them clubs. There's nothing in them clubs. And yes, Giudice exclaimed while nodding her head in agreement. Oh, their mom agreed with it. Oh, okay. Now, Louis, he's 49, so he's younger than Teresa, by a couple of years, handful of years. He's got sons. Okay, she's got daughters. Interesting. His son, Nicholas, is 23. Louis Jr. is 20 from his marriage to Marissa DiMartino Ruelas. So Louis emphasized the importance of living one's youth to the fullest and admitted to telling her daughters, try it all. Okay, so he's saying live your life to its fullest. Okay, now when I read the the excerpts from that conversation, because I didn't hear it, the podcast, I wasn't listening to it, but if he's saying live your life to the fullest, I see that. I guess what he's saying is while you're young and beautiful, show the world what you got, I guess. But I would not want that for my girl. But you know what? When you're 19, 20, 21, and you're at your peak, I guess nothing's wrong with that. Part of me is, you got to just be careful. Louis added that when the girls eventually came out in a thong, his response, you look fucking amazing. What? Okay. Now this is getting weird to me, okay? Now I take that back. He says, we went to Greece last year. He explained to Teresa, you know what I told your daughters? Wear a thong. Do it now. Do it now, because I didn't do it when I was young. Do it now. Experience it now. Louis added that when the girls eventually came out in the thong, his response was, you look fucking amazing. What? You are looking at the girls in the thong, Louis? Wow. As for Teresa, she seemed on board with her husband's remarks. Yes, while nodding, sharing that she feels she too missed out on her more carefree years. I guess basically you miss out on being young and beautiful and flawless, you know? I guess. Well, hey, to each its own, right? To each its own. Okay, I don't see any comments here. All right, so we'll keep going. So what's the jury's out? What do you guys think? No. I get, well, you know what? I have mixed feelings. I take it back. Because when you're 19, 20, your body's flawless, you want to show it off, right? And you hanging out with your girls, but I just think it's not cute with an old guy saying it. But I got mixed feelings on that. I don't know. I got mixed feelings on that. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to discuss that more in detail, guys. All right, we got to discuss that more in detail. Do I have the comments turned out? Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard. Okay. Okay. All right. So, what do you guys think of Teresa Giudice's husband commenting on the girls, encouraging them to wear thongs and stuff? I see his message, but coming from him, it's kind of creepy. Where they wear their thongs. You look fucking great. Really? No, don't be looking at my daughter and her thong. Pervert. So, all right. So let's move on to Rihanna and Asap Rocky. Rihanna and Asap Rocky. They are too cute together. I think they're on baby number 3, to be honest with you. They are so cute. I was looking at page 6. They were... oh, we got to talk about Young Miami too, by the way. I just saw this on TMZ. It just broke. But back to Rihanna. Really quickly, Rihanna and ASAP. I do like these two. I think baby number 3 is on its way. I really do. I like their love. And you know, Rihanna, she's a billionaire. So I think she's just not trying to marry the guy. I guess he's just going to be the baby daddy. But I like their love. I still like it. Now, I just saw this on TMZ. Young Miami claims that Diddy never abused me, but I can't speak for Cassie. Why is she talking? You know Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Young Miami? She's the one that had the, hey, go the poppy, go poppy, go poppy at the awards show. Oh, I can't, you know what? I don't get Puff Daddy. I don't get Kanye. I'm sorry, guys. Those are the two ugliest people. They are just gruesome. If they didn't have money, I don't think they could pick up any woman, just being honest. And Diddy he's an apex predator. He is like, he was destroying lives all the way back in high school, allegedly. But Young Miami and all of the freak-offs and stuff, and Young Miami she did an interview. It says here, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Young Miami, is speaking up about their relationship for the first time. And she says he never got physical with her. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. You did exactly what he did to Cassie. Sorry. But you were just more willing. And you're hiding it. So the City Girls rapper broke her silence on Diddy in Thursday's season 2 debut of her award-winning Carisha Please series. Award-winning, really? What she got to talk about? You know what? I don't get it. I don't get it. But she's not fooling anyone. Why would Puff Daddy be any different with her than any of the others? I'm not buying it. She was doing all the exact same stuff that he did to Cassie. All of the trafficking he did with Cassie, he did with her too. She's no different. Young Miami says there were no instances of domestic violence with Diddy, and their relationship was mutually beneficial to their respective careers. She says she went in wanting to pick his brain on being a mogul and sounds pleased with the results. Really? Yeah, okay. I'm sure the FBI has spoken to her, and she better make sure she's not on any of those tapes. Because if she's on any of those tapes, it's a wrap. Because if there are any underage girls or boys on that tape, Young Miami, if it is and you're there, you better get a lawyer separate from Puff Daddy. Just saying. That's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get Puff Daddy. I don't. I saw Kanye is back in the news, and I saw him on Candace Owens, and I don't agree with Candace Owens' view. So, CH, hi, Rhonda. Christine from Las Vegas. Love your channel. Christine, hi, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So, we're just discussing hot topics today. I've got my hot tea. I'm drinking my favorite ginger tea. You guys, if you're drinking something, share it in the chat. Actually, I'm discussing Puff Daddy and Kanye West. I don't get it. And Kanye, and I don't know why Candace Owens is still, I don't agree with her politics, but I guess you like who you like. But I don't get, Kanye West is clearly mentally ill. I don't get his hype either. I don't understand, but it is what it is. And I think the more crazy you are, it just draws more attention. And when you draw more attentions, that means more clickbait, higher clickbait, and that makes you more popular. That's all. The algorithms like it. So it is what it is. So I don't get it. I'm just being honest with you. I do not get it. Now let's get back to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and that $7 million windfall. After they take $2 million, now he got $7 million from his grandma, like I said, when he turned 40. So of that $7 million, he's gonna end up spending, on average, from what I check online, his security is about $2 million a year. So they're gonna run out of that money in three and a half years. So what are they gonna do for security after that? Now I did a video a couple of months ago where I estimate that Harry and Meghan, they're going to run out of money in about 5 years. That when I run the numbers, that's what I'm seeing. If they don't pick up any new project, they got to dance for their money. They've got to dance. So they're hustling. They were on the CBS news show with Jane Pauley, attaching themselves to grieving parents who lost children to the S word and to fentanyl overdoses, and Meghan Markle pretending like she tried to off herself, and we already know. How the hell we gonna believe that? Girl, you just nabbed a prince. There was no way she was gonna do that. She played the dimwit so that she can grab him and take him back to the United States. It was all a scam, a hustle. So these two are gonna be grifting and hustling, and we get to see in real time their tactics that they use and the schemes and the grifting. So this is another one. Now they want to tie themselves to online bullying, teens and online bullying. Now, let me drink this. Hold on. Now, answer me this. I don't understand. Now, Harry and Meghan, their kid is what, 5? And the younger one is 2. Lil Bit is 2 and Archie is 5. So what they got little tiny kids. They don't have teenagers. So what makes them experts? What makes them experts, specialists in this field? And Harry claimed, he said that you got to be first responders with the kids, and even experts can't tell if a teen is at risk. Harry, that's not true. You're not an expert, so how can you even make that claim? So your own wife is mentally ill, and so are you. And you two running around thinking like you've got a lot of common sense when actually you don't. So I'm confused. Why don't the two of you look in the mirror? What makes you guys the experts? So this is another grift. Like I said before, it's all a grift. So we get to see in real time these two as they work from one grift to the next. So I say they're going to run out of money in 5 years. What do you think? I think in about 5 years they're going to be back. He's going back home, and she's going to write. I predict she's going to write a tell-all book. Once this relationship goes, that is her last grift. She is going to write a tell-all book where she's going to slam them and claim all of a sudden, this terrible royal family. And like I said yesterday, I would not, if I was the royal family, I would practice military silence. I have nothing to say. I would not respond. I'll just let all of it run its course, because it's going to all blow up in Harry's face and Harry will be back home. Now, whether or not his relationship with William improve, I don't know. Because if Harry was my brother and he did that to me, and you call my spouse a racist, and those are serious words. That is like throwing shit on someone and expecting them not to stink. What is she supposed to say behind that? What is King Charles supposed to say behind that? I mean, those are serious when Meghan Markle is the true racist. Now, we talked about that many a times. Meghan Markle didn't even identify as black. She has no black friends. None. Show me. Show me a Meghan Markle black friend before she met. Serena's not a real friend. Those are just, they use each other for publicity. I mean a real friend that she had known before she got famous. Friends in high school, friends in grade school, friends in college. Where are they? I see none. And she wanted nothing to do with blackness. And her own mother is black. That's the part that is deep. Her own mother is black. And she wanted nothing to do with her mother. All of a sudden now, because she can use it as a tool, now, she's She's black, she's biracial, she's a woman of color, whatever label she wants to give herself. Now she want to hold on to that. When Shallon Lester, she was a former editor for In Style magazine, or In Touch, one of those gossip mags. She said that Meghan Markle would sell stories to her. She was a whistleblower. She would go to different events and then sell stories to Shallon Lester from In Style or In Touch, one of the gossip mags. And Shallon said that Meghan Markle, her ID, she identified as white. So now all of a sudden, Meghan was the one that's the racist. I can spot a racist when I see one. Meghan Markle is one of them. So all of a sudden now, I think Harry's going to have a hard time because he hurt his brother and his father. And Kate's got cancer. I mean, that's cold. All right, let's look at comment. I think Harry will be getting an inheritance this year when he turns 40, which is likely why he's returning to UK in September. Oh, yeah, I hear he got it. I hear he's getting $7 million when he turned 40 from Queen Elizabeth, CH. And their security is at minimum $2 million a year. So they're going to go through that $7 million really quickly. And Meghan's going to make sure she run through that. So these two, they got to dance for their money. Like I always say, they got to dance now for it. It's not going to come easy for them. But Ari Emanuel and the powers to be in Hollywood, they're going to do all that they can to make sure that Harry and Meghan they're going to push and market them. They're going to be overly curated, is my opinion, because most Americans, they're not buying it. Oh, there's more coming. Oh, so he's going to have more. Well, we shall see, because I'm going to be running the numbers. I can run that. That's what I do all day. I'm an accountant by trade. I run numbers all day long. So I can spot Harry and Meghan. They running through that money, because you know what Meghan is. Harry too, because Harry's a prince and he's going to live like a prince. But we shall see. All right. So let's move on to, did we talk about the Oklahoma girls that was drugged? That was awful. They were in Oklahoma. I think we talked about that already. They were in Oklahoma they're from Oklahoma. And they went to Cancun to vacation, and they were drugged. Terrible, terrible. And you should see the pictures of these poor girls. Oh, we got to talk about Scott Peterson. Oh, Harry will be fine if he leaves her, but I don't think he has the balls to pull the trigger. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, Roxanne, 7 million. Yeah, 7 million is nothing. And Harry, yeah, Harry is he doesn't have the balls yet, but maybe it'll get too miserable for him because he's actually married to a parasite. Like he's married to a viper. And I think when we saw them interviewing on CBS, and when she said, "Oh," when she talked about her killing, trying to, S herself, Harry would not even touch her. She put her claws on Harry's knee. He wouldn't even hold her hand or nothing to comfort her. That's a sign. His rage has turned inward on her. I believe so. Yeah, Prince William is a billionaire and they hate it. Yeah, Roxana, because Harry and Meghan wants to covet Prince William and Princess Kate's life, and they can't. And I'm just saying this, to be given all of those, the status and the money and the security, and you live behind those castle walls, and you should just, and you're healthy and you got 2 healthy kids, be grateful. I don't get that. Because they're sick. You know what I mean? Harry married a sick woman. He really did. Because Meghan, when she leaves, and that's what he's afraid of. He's afraid that when she leaves, she's going to use them kids. She's going to explode. And she is. What he's got to realize, that's not him. That's her. Let her. Just let her do what she's going to do. Let her do her. She's a sick person. You married her. Very true, but he's burned every bridge. We'll have to eat a lot of humble pie. Yes, I agree, CH. She really is a sociopath. You can look in her eyes. If you look in her eyes, the eyes are the window to the soul, and you could tell it's soulless. And look at Ted Bundy's eyes. Look at the what do you call that? The Night Stalker, the one that was stalking people in the 70s. You can look at who else? Look at them eyes. Look at the guy that's in jail now. That was he was killing women along not Martha's Vineyard. What's the guy he was an architect. They just arrested him. His eyes. Her kids are her paycheck. Yeah. That's why she's not showing their pictures, because she wanted to monetize them. He married his stalker. The only thing he could do now, the best thing he can do now, really, cut his losses and leave. Because all he's doing is delaying the inevitable. She is going, and the kids are young. Do it while they're young, and then you can establish custody. But she's going to fight it, but let her fight it. And you fight for your rights, and just let the chips fall where they may. He's got to cut his losses. You can't compromise with a sociopath. You can't compromise with a narcissist. And she is going to go full dark when she don't get what she wants. Let her. Charles going to have to pay her off bigly. You know what he is for her to go away, but if I was Charles, I wouldn't pay her shit. I would let her say what she wants to say. I would just stay military silent. I would not comment on it. I would not address it. I would not pay her a dime. I would let Harry, if Harry want to come home, Harry is his son. So if it's my son, I'm going to love him unconditionally. I can't, it's hard for a parent to cut off their kid. William and Kate, keep them away. But his father, King Charles may give in. I think he's too weak of a man to stand up to her. Yeah, she's very strong-willed, because she will go there. And that scares Harry. She will take it there. She's going to take it all the way there. But he got to realize she's going to take it there anyway. So he could sit there 15, 20 years. When he leaves, she's just going to still take it there. There's nothing you can do about that. She's going to write that book about the family, because it's another grift. It's another, she's a grifter. I've seen people stay in miserable marriages for 20 years. Very sad for the kids. I do. I agree, CH. I've seen, and it's really sad. It's really sad. But we can continue. I love doing content on her, because I'm fascinated by people like her who really, they are just incapable. She's an excellent example of a sociopath and a malignant narcissist. And we use that as a culture. We use that term, malignant narcissist, freely. But she truly is. And if you look at that girl's eyes, you notice whenever she take pictures, it looks awkward because her eyes, because she try to pretend like she's got feelings. There's no tenderness behind them eyes because she's a sociopath. She lacks empathy. Documentary is coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming. But she's going to write that book because that's her cash cow. And she's going to monetize them children. She don't, and that's, she going to sell it to people or something like that. And then you get Ari Emanuel and Holly Weird pushing these two. And they're force feeding these two down our throats. And then we're going to see them go through all of these overly curated events. And American people are not buying it. We are not buying it because her mask fell. Harry's mask fell. Harry was cruel to his family. She's cruel to her own father. Now, I wonder, she has no empathy. I don't think there's anything deep that happened between her and her father. I think that her father will probably end up taking his last breath very devastated by his own daughter. But he's got to know that girl, your daughter is a sociopath. I mean, she really is. She lacks empathy. It's in her brain. Not much you can do. It's very sad, but that's just the way it is. It really is. Nothing we can do about it, and nothing he can do about it. You can't change who she is. Yeah, she's truly a case study. She really is. I find it interesting because she would sit there and watch her reaction. Remember when Jane Pauley asked her about her attempted, deletion? Her reaction was odd. She was like, because she could not really, behind them eyes is nothing. It is really empty. Remember the South Park episode when Harry's trying to talk to Megan and he pulls back the head and say, hello? Hello? Is hollow in there? Yeah, there's nothing there. There is nothing there but a cold fish. That's it. So Harry, they can continue to go on. And like we said, Ari Emanuel and the Hollywood machine will push these two like they're American royalty. And then we get to have content, do great content on it and discuss them and pick apart there. Because look at their behavior now. Harry can't even hold her hands in an interview. He's got rage. He's taking it out on her. I think behind closed door, these two are battling. It's just that she's more strong-willed than Harry. But Harry got to realize you got to cut your losses. Just cut it. Stop it. Rip off the bandage and move on. South Park got it so right with that empty soul. Yes, they did. Because if you take a look at her, take a look at the pictures in her eyes. She has these awkward eyes because she's pretending. Who said that she is a case study in it was cosplaying or something? Like she's always on display and pretending, this is all a pretend to her. Like, because she's not real, it's nothing there. Really, it's not. So this is going to be interesting. Kate, I do hope that she recovers from that cancer. I do. And William, I would never discuss Harry and Meghan, ever. Miserable. I agree. He reminds me of Ben Affleck's face whenever he was with J-Lo, their last year marriage, whenever they're out. Yeah. Ben Affleck, miserable. Did you see the picture of Ben Affleck going to the office? He's got the crew cut. He had the Mojo jacket on, a motorcycle jacket on. Ben Affleck is ready to party. He looked like he is ready to go. And he's just glad. I don't see that bitch face. Remember he was interviewing with Kevin Hart and he said he's got just a sitting bitch face. I'm like, no, you don't. He didn't look like that with Jen. When him and Jennifer Garner were canoodling in that car, less than a year ago, he was smiling up a storm when they were canoodling together. Yes, he was. He feels free, I'm telling you. He's like, J-Lo. Remember the video I did where J-Lo posted she was pumping the ground and she's like in her 50s. It's like, J-Lo, you're not 30 anymore. What are you doing? I mean, what, are you trying to make Ben Affleck jealous? Are you serious? Why play that game with that man? You are a middle age. He can get women younger and prettier. So why play that game with them? Don't play it. Don't even let him go and do him. He decided, the thing that gets me is that J-Lo she's another one that tries to continuously control the narrative of her image. And it's like, after a while, it's like, what's real in your life? Like her birthday. And she's got this Bridgerton themed birthday in this 98-degree weather in that old hot ass costumes. She's blowing out a cake. And it's like, okay, how come you just couldn't have a quiet birthday with your children, your mom, your sisters? Why do we need all the cameras? And Ben Affleck didn't even show up. Now, you can be in a relationship and see, that's why I say she did not do the work. J-Lo did none of the work. What do I mean by work? When you're in your 20s and sometime in your 30s, you'll go through relationships. You start to learn how to date. And you learn that, okay, there are sometimes when they're into you and then sometimes they're not. You learn to let go. You get your heart broken. You fall in love. You might get married. You might get divorced. And you realize, hey, sometimes relationships work and there are times that it doesn't. Your life is not over. Actually, you have a life, an inner life. You can take, happiness is an inside job. It may sound corny, but it's true. You have to work on yourself, building your own self-esteem, becoming self-rooted and rooted in self, knowing what you like, what you dislike, learning what makes you happy, what makes you unhappy, learning boundaries, learning how to set boundaries with people. These are things you practice in your 20s. You get in your 30s and 40s. These are when you really start to fine tune those skills. She did none of that. She hopped from man to man to man since she lost her virginity at 12. Agree, she is too old to be acting the way she is. Yeah, calling Paps to get ice cream when you're in your mid-50s. Yeah, I'm like, that's not real anymore, J-Lo. When did you mature out of that? We don't care. The kids, the next generation, these kids, they don't give a damn who you are. They really don't. They're doing their own thing. And what did Cardi B call them when she was talking about them being, these young generation being drafted into the war? She called them Twitter hip shakers. And they are not thinking about you, J-Lo. But are you doing it for Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck don't care. He don't want you. Now, he may have decided that he wanted the relationship early on. Somewhere along the lines, he said no. Now, we all take that risk when we're in a relationship with someone. Along that line, you can decide you don't want to be in a relationship. Along that line, the other person could decide, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. And what do? You have to let them go because you got to realize, hey, I am okay even if I'm not with that person because I have a solid life with a group of friends and family that love me and I'll be all right. J-Lo has not done none of the work, none of it. So now she's looking to paparazzi. She is a void too. But you know what? J-Lo she's not a sociopath. J-Lo has feelings behind those eyes. She seems to be a very kind soul in some ways, although I do hear that she's very mean to those working in the wait staff. But she is a narcissist too. Yeah, and she's on a bicycle in the Hamptons, like in these long dresses and stuff. And it's like, okay, so what are you trying to do now, J-Lo? Are you trying to change your image by getting on a bike and calling Backgrid and say, take a picture while I ride my bike and I eat ice cream? No one gives a damn. Ben Affleck has moved on, girl. And he dumped her over 20 years ago, 22 years ago. He dumped her 3 days before the wedding. Now, you're going to turn around and try to redo this whole romance? And he did it again. He did it. He married you and couldn't last 2 years and want a divorce. Okay, CH, it's a shame A-Rod was a cheater. They were a much better, yeah, I do agree. Yeah, they were. She definitely has narc characteristics, but not sociopath. Yeah. She's not a sociopath, but she's a narcissist. And she did not do the work. A reason why I like talking about J-Lo, because J-Lo is a study of a female, a middle-aged female who still thinks she's in her 20s and 30s and who she's not done any of the inner work necessary to thrive in her later years. Because let me tell you, there is just no way in hell in this age, where I'm at now in my life, I refuse. I will never spend time crying and chasing a man. Not going to do it. You know why? Because I got better things to do. And I also understand I'm single now. So the man that will want to be with me, he'll want to be with me. I don't have to do all the chasing. Men are not complicated at all. They're not. They either want you or they don't. It's not that complicated. So J-Lo pumping on the ground with her legs spread eagle, calling paparazzi, running around hugging Ben Affleck's teenage daughter. Now, that poor girl probably sees J-Lo begging Ben, and she feels bad for J-Lo. And, J-Lo, why are you hugging Jennifer Garner's and Ben's daughter? Those are not your kids. You're not supposed to be nowhere near his kids anymore. And and it cracks me up when the media says, oh, they're blending their families and all this. I call bullshit, because J-Lo's kids, Ben Affleck is not the first man they didn't seen. Remember, before Ben, it was A-Rod. Before A-Rod, it was not Chris Judd, it was the dancer. What's the little what is his name? The dancer before A-Rod. So they saw the dancer, A-Rod, and they saw 3 men. This is not those kids' first rodeo. They seen men come in and out. These are the ones we know about. But what about those that come through that J-Lo don't talk about? Because if you don't think that J-Lo she double booked, let me tell you, J-Lo is double booking. When she was in Italy, they said that she was meeting a man. Yes, they did. I think she was trying to show Ben, so it was more stage paparazzi shots. But I do think J-Lo, she can't be alone. So she's gonna double and triple book. Now, I saw somewhere on MSN, like on MSN Home, they said that J-Lo is some billionaire guy that they're dating. And I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. So we'll keep following that. Yeah, okay. Casper, that's right, Roxana, Casper, yep. So she went from Mark Anthony, they were together. Now, she and Mark Anthony, to me, but what's going on with Mark Anthony? Because he's on like his 4th marriage. Well, anyways, they were married the longest, like 10 years. So they had the 2 kids, then Casper came along. She was with Casper, then she was with A-Rod. A-Rod was cheating, then she got with Ben. Those kids going to be fine, okay? They're teenagers now. Yeah, she knows how to pick them. As long as they tie themselves to her, marry her, or she really don't do any homework. Paps, not papas. Pap, okay. Yeah, so she don't do, she just, as long as they agree to stay. But Ben Affleck, now, one more thing before I head on out, because it's like 43 minutes. Ben Affleck cut that relationship quick. Did you notice that? Now, is it because, those kids, the daughter, those kids, I don't want to talk about the kids. Yeah, but they do look confused, poor things. Mark Anthony's a dog. His wives keep getting younger and younger. Oh, I noticed that. He's something else too. But he's a beautiful singer, though. He's a wonderful singer. One more thing before I go. We got to talk about this. Ben Affleck. Now, Ben Affleck cut this relationship quick. Now, there are a couple of reasons why. One is maybe he's getting sober and he realized he can't deal with J-Lo because she's high maintenance. The other is that could it be that when she came out with that movie, The Love Story That Was Never Told, she had all the love letters that he wrote her, and on the date of that book, it was while he was still married to Jennifer Garner. So she basically exposed to the world that he was sending her emails and letters while he was still married to Jennifer Garner. Now, remember, I told you guys, I posted a video a couple of months ago of Bad Grid had a video of Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck canoodling in the car. So is this J-Lo's way of saying, yeah, you're canoodling with him in the car, but he was emailing me? You know, J-Lo can be really spiteful like that. So could it be that Ben Affleck just did not like that? The third thing, which I think it might be a combination, there is something that J-Lo with this Puff Daddy deal. When that Puff Daddy thing happened, the feds came a knocking at J-Lo's door, and they said, Jennifer Lopez, get your attorney and come on down to the office. We got to talk. And Ben Affleck's like, what the fuck is going on? Why are the feds knocking at my door? And you know, he's got resources. He's a rich man, and he did his own homework, and he knows more. And J-Lo, with this whole Puff Daddy thing, maybe there's something to that. And he just like washed his hands and said, I'm out of here. I'm out. Could that be? Or maybe it's a combination of three. What do you guys think? Yeah, Mark Anthony's a beautiful singer. He really is. That's probably why she gets such beautiful women looking like Jennifer Garner's a gem. I love Jennifer Garner, and I love how she moves. Now, you notice Jennifer Garner, you don't know. I hear she's engaged, but you don't know really who she's dating or what she's doing, because she keeps her shit private. She keep it private because it's not our business. I love how she moves. She makes sure when Ben Affleck got to go to rehab because he's the father of her kids, she makes sure, okay, she'll drive him to rehab. She'll be that ear. And she canoodles in the car with him every once in a while if she's in between guys. But she said, I did because he slept with the babysitter. So you know Jennifer Garner went through a lot with Ben Affleck. But I do believe he loves Jennifer Garner very much. I do believe that. I don't think he loved J-Lo at all. I think he likes screwing J-Lo. And I think he finds J-Lo exciting. But then once they start really dealing with each other on a day-to-day, on a real basis, no. I think his heart is with Jennifer Garner. But Jennifer Garner don't want to be bothered. She's like, she spent 10, 12 years with this alcoholic. She's like, I'm done. Let's just be friends. So, yeah, I love her. She was definitely involved in that. Yeah, his problem did do his, and I think he regrets it. I really do, because I believe that he wanted his family back. And you notice whenever he moves, he always moves close to his kids. He loves Jennifer Garner. I do believe that. And I get comments from people when I do videos on J-Lo. Well, he married her. Well, he married her this time, but I don't think he really wanted to. I think that he's an addict, and it's a brain disease. And if he's off the wagon, he makes dumb decisions. But he ended this quick, or allegedly. But Jennifer Garner loves him, but she's like, she can't. I don't blame her. Who's got time to take care of an alcoholic? Who's got time to take care of an addict? Ben's got years. He got a lot of years to put in before we can honestly say he needs sobriety. Like, he needs years of sobriety, not just a couple of years and then get with J-Lo. Because remember, he went from rehab and he was dating the booker from Saturday Night Live, the blonde girl with the eczema on her legs. Then he started dating Ana de Armas, who is a beautiful Spanish actress. I think she's Cuban. Young, she's younger. They dated a while, then she left. I think she was just like, this is too much, because she's in her 30s. And Ben probably started drinking and pissing on himself. And she was like, I'm out of here. She was like, I am not trying to take care of no drunk. Her career she's in great movies. And she's a beautifully talented. She did Marilyn Monroe on Netflix. I was shocked because I think she's Cuban. So her hair is darker. But she had the blonde wig. She made me want to cry when she played Marilyn Monroe. She did a fantastic job. She's an incredible actress. So, and you notice, you never know what's going on with her either. She keep her business private. Unlike J-Lo, who runs around and tells the whole world, because she got to feel it. She got to get that, we got to feed her self-esteem. And, it will never be able to feel it. You'll never be able to feel it. Okay, my ex-husband did drugs. Oh, sorry, Roxanne, and lost his family, but now he is clean. Good. But you can't get back what you lost. Now we are both remarried to other couples. We are in a good space. Beautiful, Roxanne. Beautiful. I love that story. I love that story. I do. Because you can, if you get help, get clean, your life, if you work a program and get clean, God can turn your life around. He can. That's a good story. CH, J-Lo would never have taken care of Ben the way Garner did in his darkest hour, taking him to rehab, seeing him as his ugliest. J-Lo too self-absorbed. Oh yeah, no. She just gonna let him piss in the bed and she go sleep in another bed. And then have somebody clean him up and then drag him out. Remember that video, and I posted that clip, where the limousine pulls up to a restaurant and J-Lo comes out grinning and Ben Affleck comes pulling himself out of the limousine and his face is red. He is miserable. So yeah, she'll just let him drink himself, and then as long as when we leave, you shower up and we gonna get in front of the public and pretend like we're a happy couple. Yeah. Yep, that's J-Lo. She'll just let him drink, whereas Jennifer Garner does care. And they did have love. They were together, married 10, 12 years or something like that. And they got children together. And Jennifer Garner comes from a caring family. Like, her father just died, but her mom was on, they were on the Today Show with Hoda Kotb. I can never pronounce her name. And Jennifer's parents were married like 60 years or something. And and the mom, she's now a widow. But that's what Jennifer Garner comes from. She really does. Just smile for the camera. That's all that matters to her. Yep. A good woman will lift up their man. Yes, amen. If you love him and you a good woman and he loves you, you lift him up. And Jennifer Garner knows that, so she's probably got a guy. I'm sure she's got a guy. Another thing, too, before I go, Jennifer Lopez seems to think, it gives me the impression that Jennifer Lopez thinks that she is so much more better looking than Jennifer Garner. And when I look at the both of them, Jennifer Garner is fit and she's beautiful, but those are two different types of beauty. Now, when I look at I grew up with, I got 3 brothers and I got a son. I got nothing but uncles. I got males in my family. The girl that they just slept with, she was hot. But the woman that they married, she was just as beautiful, but she presented herself totally different. She was a young lady. She was caring. She was very sensitive and nurturing. I spotted that early on. I could see that. So J-Lo, now that's why J-Lo is running around here in long dresses on bikes, thinking that's going to convince us that she's more like Jennifer Garner. Bullshit. We're not buying it. Inside beauty is unbeatable. That is true. That is true. Well, guys, I enjoyed this conversation with you guys. Thanks for chatting with me. Next time, I want to try to do this at least every night or every other night. But what I will do is I will post the alert online so you'll know a couple of hours ahead of time. And I will always have tea. So if you have something to drink, share it in the chat. This was really nice. I enjoyed the conversation, and this made my day. As I told you guys, I'm self-employed, so I work 7 days a week to keep up with this lifestyle. I have no complaints. I'm humbled and grateful, and I love what I do. But besides working out, trying to lose this weight, I love to travel, and I love doing this. Small talk, hot topics. I love to get into these conversations. They are important, and I get enjoyment from it. So I appreciate you guys being here. All right, guys, you have a blessed night. This was fun, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Love you. Ciao. Mwah.